Hey guys, welcome to today's episode of The Corner Store. It's your boy Gerald Cadet. Let's go. Let's get it, guys. I hope everybody's being safe. I hope everybody is quarantining. I know that people in some states are basically now allowed to go back out. So just be precautious, guys. Um, But yeah, let's not talk about no negative stuff. Let's talk about positive stuff. And last week was the NFL draft, right? Last week was the NFL draft. So many things happened. So many stories. So many stories came out the NFL draft, and I'm here to basically recap everything, right? But if you guys know me and know me well, the first place I'm going to is where? In my backyard, to the Giants, man. I'm going to the Giants. Let's talk about the New York Giants' draft, and let's talk about my thoughts. First thing I want to say about the New York Giants, I wanted Simmons. I wanted Isaiah Simmons. As you guys know, I basically dedicated a segment to one of my last episodes about Simmons. I want Simmons. So, the Giants need to get Isaiah Simmons. You know, we got Andrew Thomas. I believe he was a left tackle out of Georgia. He's definitely a tackle. I know that. Right or left, I don't know. I don't know for that for sure. I was pissed, man. Guys, I'm gonna put my plug in. Follow this channel on Instagram at G Corner Store. The reason why I say that is because on the G Corner Store, my G Corner Store Instagram, I on draft night I went live and I was pissed. You guys saw my face. If you guys saw my face, you guys would have known. I was pissed off that the Giants got Andrew Thomas instead of Isaiah Simmons. I understand the Giants need help at at tackle because Nate Solder, one of Jerry Reese's worst, one of his last dumb decisions was overpay for Nate Solder. He was a good tackle. No, I'm not gonna don't get me wrong. He was a good tackle, but he wasn't worth no $60 million, bro. He was not worth $60 million. But hey, you know, I for some reason I'm not getting paid the big bucks to tell him that. That's why he's out of a job. No offense. But anyways, his best Isaiah Simmons, I want to say his best attribute to me, the reason why I wanted him so much was probably the reason why the Giants did not get him. He could play. He's a defender. He plays whatever. He plays cornerback, slot, linebacker, DN, safety. That's 5 pivotal defensive positions. The Giants need help in basically all 5 of them. So with that being said, I guess the Giants processed it as what position he's going to play on defense, which is, now thinking back on it, that's a good point. That's a valid point. Where do you put him? Do you put him at safety? Do you put him at linebacker? Do you put him at end? And then also, is he that gifted as a football player that you could make the packages? You could make those packages and put him in different places, so defenses don't say, okay, when the Giants line him up as DM, let's run at him because he's not a good run. He's not good. He doesn't support the run well. I think, to be honest, I think that's a good problem to have, but I understand where the Giants are coming from. And I actually like the pick of Andrew Thomas. We need a tackle. We got Andrew Thomas. We need to get Nate. I don't think Nate Solder should leave yet. We shouldn't get rid of him yet. We should move him to the right tackle side. I believe that for sure. But I think that's good. Have him now with Will Hernandez. And then we picked up Matt Peart. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Matt Peart out of UConn. He looks like a mauler, so he'll probably play right guard with him and Zettler. Will fight for that in training camp. So the Giants, you know, they did some things. They did some things last year for defense. They bulked up on the defense this season by getting Xavier McKinney. Yeah, Xavier McKinney, which is basically an upgrade. Well, it's basically replacing losing Landon Collins the previous season, right? Which is all good because now you have Xavier McKinney and Jabril Peppers roaming around. I've seen Xavier McKinney before. He's good. Like he's definitely a good run support guy. But there were so many passes, there's so many interceptions that he could have had at Alabama that probably could have risen his draft stock that he dropped. I don't want droppers on defense, man. I want people who want to catch the ball. I want people who want to take to the house. That's just me personally, but I don't know. The Giants are trying to show a promise. They're trying to do a rebuilding thing, which I respect. However, I do think that the Giants should have got. I do think the Giants should have got a receiver in the draft, in a deep receiver draft actually, because in hindsight the Odell Beckham trade was good because we got a bunch of draft picks. We eventually put it all on needs at defense because our defense we were tearing down our defense just to build it back up. I understand all that, but now you guys don't have a number one guy. I love Sterling Shepard. I love him, but his best fit is the slot. Darius Slayton. I don't like mechanically. I don't like the way he catches the ball. He's a body catcher, which means that if you try to hit him, you lose the ball. And I've seen that happen. He tries to catch it with his body, he loses the ball. He needs to start catching it like hands like this. Snag him the way Odell does. Odell's not a body catcher; he's a hand catcher. The reason why Odell drops balls a lot is because he's worried about making his movement and going out of there. He doesn't concentrate on the reeling the ball in concept that much. Not knocking you, Odell. I love you, bro. But it has to be said, right? So that's what I think the Giants should have got. I think the Giants should have try to get that in the draft, but it's all right. I'm trusting the process. I like Daniel Jones. Saquon Barkley's a monster. You need to protect those guys. Those two are the franchise. However, which puzzled me before the draft was why talk to Justin Herbert if you guys knew you guys wasn't gonna get him. Like that doesn't make no sense. If I was Dan Jones, I'd be like, oh word. You guys think I'm not good enough? All right, let me get 40. Let me get 40-5 this season. Let's make the playoffs real quick. All right. That's what I hope will happen. I don't know, but I do